What is human sex? It's the way people express themselves sexually. It involves biological, erotic, physical, emotional, social, or spiritual feelings and behavior. It is important as it allows young kids to express themselves. Sex education is important for the development, learning, and overall being of a child. Is known as sexual orientation. This means that everyone is allowed to choose who they love. Sexuality is an important part of who we are as human beings and is usually divided into categories. Heterosexual, attracted to people of the opposite sex. Bisexual, attracted to people of either sex. Homosexual, attracted to people of one's own sex. Pansexual, attracted to people of any gender identity. And asexual, not sexually attracted to other people. Sexual orientation is not something that's noticeable to others. It involves a person's feelings and sense of identity. Gender identity enables others to express their true identity and is important to a person's emotional and mental health. Many parents think their child is going through a phase or is just confused, but from a young age, children generally know their gender identity and find it really hard to think of themselves in any other way. Most children categorize their own gender at 3 years old. It takes time to realize who you are and what feels right with a person. It is important for parents to support their children when expressing their identity and love them unconditionally with whatever they choose to do. Let's talk relationships. Sex is very common when married. Building and maintaining a healthy sex life with your spouse requires time and effort. Both spouses need to accept each other's flaws, have love for each other, and more. Now on to dating. Many young girls are starting to date at a really young age and don't know much about what it takes to keep a healthy relationship with their partner. Both require communication. Communication is the key to a healthy relationship, and in order to establish intimacy,
it is vital to always be
necessary.
open with your partner. Talk about if you had sex before and be truthful about past relationships. I cannot stress this enough, but consent is very important. Both partners need to say the words yes if sexual intercourse is going to happen,
especially young teenagers.
And teenagers need to talk about future plans and how to prevent future
Obviously,
pregnancies.
we cannot control the youth's mind about not engaging in sexual activity, but we could prevent them from being young parents. Birth control is very common when having a boyfriend. As a teenager myself, it is very tempting to engage in sexual contact, so taking birth control is one way to be safe. Condoms are necessary when having sex. Not using a condom will just allow people to be scared and paranoid after they engaged in sexual intercourse. If you do decide to not use a condom, Plan B is also another method girls can take to avoid being a teen mom. Getting tested. It is necessary to get tested often if engaging in sexual activity. At least once a year is good to get tested. You don't know if your partner had sex with anyone else and could be lying to you to prevent any scares or any heartbreak. The organisms that cause sexually transmitted diseases may pass from person to person in blood, semen, or vaginal and other bodily fluids. Having anal, vaginal, or oral sex without a condom can put you at risk of having an STD. A 2007 study showed that 1 in 4 teenage girls had contracted a sexually transmitted disease. In Jamaica, a study surveyed about 500 students, 11 to 14 years old, and found that only 27% of girls and 30% of boys knew that getting pregnant during the first intercourse was possible. And in India, 80% of 100 girls seeking abortion did not know that sexual intercourse could lead to a pregnancy or STDs, and 90% did not know about contraception. Teenage pregnancy is very common in teenagers ages 13 years and older. You need to be mentally and physically prepared when having a child at a young age. It comes with a lot of stress and it is also very tiring. Teenage pregnancy is very important to be taught in sex education as our generation is very influenced in that area. They act on what they see on the internet and don't really consider the risks of engaging in sexual intercourse.